not my favorite, just some of the movies I watched in 2024. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. This is not an extensive list, but it's some of the notable ones. Some that I thought were really bad, and some that were really good, so give me a second. I don't really drink boba. I'm so sorry, that was loud. I don't really drink boba that often, really at all, but this is an iced strawberry matcha. It's pretty good. I take it back. That's damn good. So actually, one thing that really annoyed me today when I went to go get this is, and this is not exclusive to this boba place, but like, why the fuck do we have to log on or log into like our little accounts for restaurants and food places every time we want to do a pickup order or make an order or whatever? That's really annoying to me. It was a $6 drink. Why do I need to click forgot password for a $6 drink? Just let me buy it as a guest. Whatever, it's fine. So, I'm gonna start by saying one of the best movies I watched in 2024. This did not come out in 2024, but it was the best movie I watched, I think. I can't stop thinking about it, and I'm waiting for more time to pass until I can watch it again, until it's like out of my mind, but I don't know when that will happen because I can't stop thinking about it. Is Call Me By Your Name. Oh my god, I loved that movie so much. It was just such a beautiful display of love and yearning and art and young love. And at times, I mean, if we really think about it, it may have been a little predatory, but I just thought it was so beautiful. And it might have helped that I took a little bit of an edible before I watched it, so but I just fucking loved it so much. It was so great, and it also helps that I love Timothée Chalamet. I really love him. And the scenery was great. The shots were beautiful. They were breathtaking. I just loved it so much. I can't get that beach scene out of my head where he's like digging in the beach. Oh my god. Okay. Another movie on my list that I watched in 2024. This one did come out in 2024. Babygirl. I had really high hopes for this one. I saw the preview when I was seeing another movie. I don't remember what movie I went to go see, but the preview like was showing for Babygirl, and I was like, I'm seeing that. And then I went to go see it with my friend, and we were just disappointed. There's a train. Hopefully that sounds relaxing to you guys. My yeah, Babygirl was pretty disappointing. I expected there to be more like depth and girth to the movie, and there wasn't. It was mostly funny and awkward. I was kind of laughing a lot. Like, there's just a lot of scenes with like Nicole Kidman standing in corners and like I a lot of the conversations about this movie that have since it's come out have been like women being like, oh my god, it was so sexy, it was so good. And I'm confused, like, did we see the same movie? Because either you're sheltered, or we saw different movies, because it was like every time it could have gone into like more, it didn't. Like, what all it was just Nicole Kidman just saying like, no, I won't, I don't want to do that, and then she'd end up doing it. Like, and the thing that she was doing was getting on all fours. Like, there was nothing really happening. Like, the guy would say, get on your knees, and she'd be like, no, and he'd be like, get on your knees. And I guess that was the hot thing, is like he kept saying it to her, and then she'd say, no, I don't want to, and then she'd find herself on her knees. And then other parts is just her like whimpering and making weird sounds. So I don't really know. Fucking awkward and, quite frankly, really fucking funny. So the next movie that I saw, or that I watched, I guess, I cannot remember if this came out in 2024, but it was so bad. It Ends With Us. Oh my god. I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't even watch it in theaters. I literally just... Sorry guys. This is kind of a lie. I didn't watch it in 2024. I actually watched it a couple weeks ago. Like last week actually. But trash, okay? I knew it was going to be bad because I'm not the biggest fan of Blake Lively. I'm sorry. I just don't think she's a great actress, and that's just my opinion. I think she's dull, and I think she's flat, and I think her acting is very cliche. And that's coming from me, someone who is a very experienced actress, okay? I think she's just really dull, and I think her husband is similar in that vein. Like, he is dull, and he doesn't really... They both always play the same character. It's like always the sexy, like, she always plays the hot blonde, like, who's so, like, you know, and he always plays a version of himself who's, like, charismatic and sarcastic and cute and irresistible. But I knew I didn't have high hopes for this movie at all because the book was fucking trash. I do not like Colleen Hoover's books. I'm sorry, that's just a personal opinion of mine. I think her writing is really base and juvenile. Damn. I just don't think it's the best. I think there was a time in my life I would have liked it and enjoyed reading her books and even watching this movie at a different time in my life. But I read Colleen Hoover's book, It Ends With Us, about like maybe 4 years ago, if that, maybe less. But I thought it was childish, and the writing was childish. And I think if I read it in high school, or maybe even middle school, I would have enjoyed it. And I'm not saying that as if I'm some savant, but the train is just so loud. I could literally throw a rock and hit the tracks. That's how close I am to it. So, it's only right that I mute it. You can still hear it, but when the train blows the horn, it's even louder. Okay. It Ends With Us. I just thought it was cheesy. I mean, it was something... I was on my phone the whole time I was watching it. It was something to watch. Like, it wasn't a movie that I was engrossed in, okay? And I thought... I hated the scene when she had the baby, and she's like, it ends with us, baby. It ends with us. She's like kissing the baby. Oh my god. Remind me of that tweet from SZA where she's like, I never put something about her, the titles of her songs in her lyrics. Like, okay, a movie that I fucking loved that I watched in 2024, but it did not come out in 2024. At least I don't think it did. This one was really weird, and I also watched it while I was high. Was Beau Is Afraid. Oh my god, this was directed by Ari Aster. So good. So good, so weird. The whole time you're kind of like, what the hell is going on? But also the whole time you're like, yeah, I completely understand. You don't know what's happening, but at the same time you're like, I get it. I completely get it. It was really, really good. That's all I can really say. It was kind of scary, uncomfortable at parts, jarring, but so good. I think that was one of my favorites from last year that I watched, not that came out. Beau Is Afraid and Call Me By Your Name. Another movie I watched last year that came out last year. This was an A24 film. I think Beau Is Afraid is also an A24 production. We Live in Time. Oh my god. I had high hopes for this too. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was fake deep. It felt like it was missing, it was fake deep, so like it needed to go deeper, but like in a real sense. It almost felt like they were going deep, but it was so fake and surface level. It was so artsy fartsy and like 2011 hipsterish, and I really like Florence Pugh because I love her in Little Women. Yeah, I really love Florence Pugh, but I didn't like her in this. I thought she was Tumblr girl. I really love, is his name Andrew Garfield? He is a really cute guy. But the movie was just basically this woman and this man, they fall in love after a chance encounter, but then they reach a point in their love story where they have to face an obstacle together, and yeah, it just wasn't good. I mean, and oh my god, the thing is, what pisses me off is like when people on TikTok were like, oh my god, just got done watching Me Live in Time, I can't stop crying. So I go into this movie like telling my sister like, oh my god, it's gonna be so good, we're gonna cry, like get ready. I didn't shed a single fucking tear. And I think it was also one of the shortest movies I watched this year. I'm not sure actually. For some reason it felt really short, but I could be wrong. It could also have been long. That's not helpful at all. But I remember being in the theater for like literally an hour and a half. I was like, oh my god, this is how movies used to be. Because do you guys remember when movies used to be like literally 90 minutes long? Now it's standard for movies to be 2 hours. Okay, so I could not make a movies list without mentioning Wicked with Ariana Grande. I'm really sorry, I do not know, or I do know her name. I do not remember Alphaba's name, the woman who plays Alphaba. I do not remember that actress's name. Yeah, the movie was really fun to watch. It was such a fun production, lots of fun, awesome colors. The music was great. My only critique, I think, is that this is a personal thing of mine. I just don't know the lore of The Wizard of Oz and Wicked as like a Broadway production, and that's my issue. That's bad on my So it was a new day by the time I was done. Okay. The last movie on this list came out last year. It is Heretic. I think it's also A24. I really enjoyed it because it really made me think. This movie is about these two Mormon girls. They are like, this is a vague summarization, a vague synopsis. They like basically get kidnapped. They go to this man's house to like tell him about the Church of the Latter-day Saints, and he's like a skeptic about religion, and so he like traps them in his home, and he starts questioning their beliefs and trying to like tear them down and poke holes in why they believe what they believe. And it really caused me to think and put a lot of things in perspective for me, and I enjoyed that. Some of the horror things in the movie seemed a little unnecessary, and that's kind of how I feel these days about movies, is there seems to be a lot of unnecessary sex scenes and a lot of unnecessary horror. But if you've seen the movie, you know about the horror stuff that I'm talking about. It just seemed like unnecessary, like what? But it was still really good. Really good as a stretch. It was good. Okay, so that's my list. Not extensive. I watched a lot of movies this year, majority of which did not come out in 2024. And I keep saying this year